can see my face here on the screen. I look like I'm in a Queen music video. Thunderbolts of lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Galileo Figaro, This video has been sponsored by the tasty folk over at HelloFresh. More about them later on. Part of me really wants to hate hammock camping because the first 2 times I've done it, I've had problems. The first time was a complete disaster. The second time, not as much of a disaster, but I didn't have a particularly smooth time. So this is going to be the 3rd and final time that I'm going to attempt to learn to love hammock camping. Ooh, mysterious clouds. Ooh, some trees. Ooh, they're green. Leafy. So, why do I keep persevering with hammock camping? Well, to summarize, I got sick for several months this year repeatedly because I had too much stress in my life and I don't sleep very well and my diet wasn't great. So I've been obsessed with sleeping better when I'm camping, and people who hammock swear by it. They say it is the best night's sleep you can get, and that's what appeals to me. This is an under blanket, and this is the thing I was missing the last time. For me, it's like the holy grail of camping. I don't actually know how to attach this, is having a solid like 8 hours sleep, you know, undisturbed. That would be amazing. So yeah, that's why I haven't given up on hammock camping, and that's why I'm still trying it. There's really heavy rain forecast in 2 hours time, and it's gonna last for about 3 hours. So I really gotta get this properly. It's properly all set up with like no problems or anything left to solve by then. I don't recommend the Stephen Reed School of Knot Tying. That should be tighter. This is taking me way longer than I thought it would. Oh. Look at this. There's a mist that's coming. The forest is completely disappearing. I've got the tarp over the top, and I've put it quite low because there is to be really heavy rain. And then in here you can see the hammock. We've got a bug net here, and then I got my under blanket. I think I'm probably gonna have to adjust it and move it around a bit, but hopefully this will trap air and that will keep me warm. I'm fed up working with that hammock. I thought it would have been done over an hour ago. I'm really, really hungry, so let's go make some food. Citronella incense sticks. And then they will smoke away, and the midgies do not like that smell. Clever. Looks like I'm squatting to take a poo here. But one of the things I've tried to change I've tried to change my diet. I'm eating a lot more vegetables now than I was before, and a lot less rubbish. Trying to anyway, I'm not perfect, but it's difficult. It is difficult to like cook something sensible when you come home and you could just like stick a frozen pizza in the oven or stop at McDonald's on the way home from the mountains. I ate so many McDonald's last year when I was training for a mountain race that my weight actually stayed consistent. I was running in the mountains every single Saturday, and I think I actually might have put on weight because I just ate junk food when I got home. One of the things that can help with that is this video sponsor. Yes, I've got a sponsor, and it just so happens to fit perfectly into the video. The sponsor is HelloFresh. It's a subscription meal service. So you sort of pay a fee, and once a week they will deliver to your house with pretty much just the ingredients that you need for that meal. For example, here is the ingredients for tonight's meal, and that is to make barbecue pork and pepper stew. And they send you out these like recipe cards. This is a meal for 2 people. There's only one of me here, but I am still going to eat the entire thing myself because I'm incredibly hungry. And if you're in a hurry, you have a choice. You can go on and there's quick options you can pick. There's low calorie options you can pick. You can kind of filter based on whether you like to eat a lot of meat, or if you're a vegan, or just your dietary preferences. The recipe only calls for 1 clove of garlic, but I like garlic. Yeah, so if you like what you see after I've cooked this and the other images I've put on screen, and you want to try HelloFresh for yourself, this is the deal I can get for you with the HelloFresh. 60% off your first box, and then 25% off for the next 2 months. Free gifts. I don't know what the free gifts are, but that sounds good. If you use the code READ60, or if you scan this QR code thing on the screen, apparently you could just, you know, scan it off your TV screen and head on through. I have got this finished just in time because it's starting to rain and it's forecast to get really, really heavy in about 30 minutes. So let's see, how good is this food that came in the post and that I cooked outside. I should say this is not designed to be camping food, although some of the meals like this one, as I've demonstrated, you can cook out in the wild. Let's try. Right, haven't tasted this yet. Honest reaction. I'm going to say with no hint of exaggeration that this is the nicest thing I have cooked outdoors ever. This is so good. And all 2 portions of it are mine. Do you want to know what the incredible thing is? This is the bit that blows my mind. This is cheaper. This is cheaper. In fact, this is not far off half the price of like one of those dehydrated camping meals. So yeah, thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. And if you'd like to avail of their handy, tasty meal subscription service, by the way, there's like loads of recipes. Like, you can go onto the website and check it out. Loads and loads and loads of different recipes every week that you can pick from, so you're not like eating the same thing over and over and over again. I got a confession to make. I almost made a monumental mistake. Let me show you. This is a 100-gram gas cartridge. That's all the gas I brought, and there's not much left. I kind of forgot that I had to do like continuous cooking, and there was a point in the middle of this process where I thought, I'm not going to have enough gas. I'm going to end up with a frying pan full of raw mince and raw ingredients. This video is going to be a disaster. So yeah, until I took that first mouthful, I was one stressed man. going for a little... I'm going for a little walk in the woods in the dark. Strange night. There's hardly any wind. It's be 17 degrees Celsius. And the rain hasn't come yet. There's something very peaceful about being among the trees when it's completely silent. Not a sound. I want to see if I can get a signal and get an updated forecast, because the forecast earlier was that by now there would be really heavy rain that would last for 2 or 3 hours. Because I forgot my head torch, all I've got is this little O-light O-bulb, which I mean, it works, it gives off light, but because it's like a sphere, it dazzles you as much as it illuminates where you are. I love how the trees silhouette against a misty sky like that. Forecast has changed. There was a weather warning earlier, and the weather warning was, as I said, really bad rain all night, but the weather warning has now been lifted and it's only a 40% chance of rain now overnight, so that's good. Just spotted something white in the trees. I'm gonna go and see what it is. Oh. It's a stump. I'm starting to see things. Why on earth would my immediate instinct upon seeing something white moving through the trees to immediately go and see what it is? I very nearly just walked straight through this. It's a massive spider web sitting here at face height. I think I'm nearly back. It's very difficult to see where I'm going. There's no real trail through here, I'm just kind of pointing in the direction I think where the hammock is. I'm walking. Oh, there it is. You probably can't see it, but I left a little green light on and I can just about see it across the river. Proper dark now. Here we are. You know what, it's 10:30. I'm really tired. I could do with a good night's sleep. I think I've done everything right this time. I've got the underquilt on, and to be honest, I don't think there's any chance of me getting cold at all tonight. I'm gonna crawl in here and we'll see what happens. One thing that is very, very nice about a hammock is that you've got the most comfortable chair to sit and relax in. My Zoleo here, a little satellite communicator. So I'm going to use it to send Louise a message and tell her that I'm still alive. Dear wife, I am still alive. Best regards, your husband. That'll do. There's a lot of flies. It's difficult to keep them out. Let's hook that up there. But then all the flies will be directly above your face, Stephen. I'm genuinely too warm. I'm gonna have to strip off. Yeah, I'm too tired to say anything else. I'm just gonna try and go to sleep. See what happens. Hopefully see you in the morning. Well, the rain has finally arrived. It's 3:30 a.m. The wind has changed direction, which I didn't think it would because I checked the forecasts, and there's now a breeze coming directly down the length of Hammock into my face. On the plus side, which is kind of cool, I can see stars. That's quite nice. I'm kind of lying here looking out past my feet and out through into the trees, and beyond the trees I can see some stars, which also tells me the fog has cleared away and we might get a good sunrise. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's, I don't know what time it is, and this light keeps falling off every time I move too much. It's right there. I hit it and it falls down and domes me in the face. The wind is sort of, my bum's cold, basically. I don't know if I haven't put the quilt on properly or not, but what I think is happening is I think the wind is blowing directly down through and underneath, and that's kind of taking all the warm air out of there, so it's cooling down. So I can see my face here on the screen. I look like I'm in a Queen music video. Thunderbolts of lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Galileo Figaro, After last night, I still don't know what I think about it. I really don't. There was, like, last night I had some grim stuff happen that just wasn't fun and wouldn't happen if I'd been in a tent. The walls in a tent are so much, you know, they're a lot more tied out, there's more guy points. You know, that's pretty loose. It was tighter when I put it up and it's loosened overnight. A wind came from an unexpected direction, and while a bit of wind on a camp can be quite funny, this was sort of consistent and sustained, which is what you really don't want. And then there's still the issue that you don't have very much space in there. Every time I tried to move, the light would fall and smack me in the eyeball, or I would lose stuff. Like I woke up this morning with my phone underneath me, and then I still didn't sleep consistently. I woke up 3-4 times during the night, and when you have to pee in a hammock, it's pretty difficult, even if you got a pee bottle. The logistics are somewhat more complicated because there's less space in there. And now this morning, when there are insects and midges about, I sort of have to get out into the open. But despite all that, there were some like really nice moments. But I did get to see the stars, which was really cool. Just lying here looking out that end at the stars. And then this morning, I've been able to just sort of sit here and peer out at the world around me without having to move from my bed or open an exit. The last 2 times I've hammock camped,
when I've got to the morning, I kind of settled into a very pleasant coziness. I do not want to get up. Last time I don't think I got out until nearly 9. But I've got work I need to do today, so I need to get up.
I've lots of stuff I don't know where it is. Because, you know, everything's like, you know, either tucked into the undersling, or I put it. This is the DD Tarps frontline hammock. It's supposed to suit people over 6 feet tall. I'm 5'11", and there's not a lot of headspace either end. I just wonder, maybe I need to try a bigger hammock. I've seen all the kinds of hammock designs out there, like flat lay ones and like super wide ones with wings. There's also no weight benefit whatsoever to hammocking. I've got a tent that weighs 1 kilo. My heavier tent is just under 2 kilos. I got a new toy. DJI sent me out this. I had an Air 2S, which I absolutely loved, but I ended up selling it last year because I wasn't using it as much as I could have, and I ended up using the Mini 3 Pro for the entire year. But this is why I got this. 2 cameras. It's got a wide angle and a telephoto lens on it, a 24mm equivalent, a 70mm equivalent. The shots you can get with that 70mm, it looks epic. So do I already love the DJI Air 3? Yes. And do I hate hammock camping? Well, no, but I also don't love it, but I'm yet to be convinced at some point in the future. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for coming along on my adventure, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you're interested in finding out more about this drone and why I've got it, what it's going to be used for me, head on over. You can subscribe on my tech channel. I will be making a video about this at a later date. Bye-bye. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video and making more adventures possible, and you can use my code READ60 for some sweet discounts.